Hi everyone, welcome to round 2 from Calderdale, and now I was paired against the only player lower rated than me, Mick on a 150 ECF, but going into this game his previous record against me was 3 wins for him, all with black, and I had white again. And all them games I'd played D4, so I played E4. He played the Alkine, I played Nxd4, not going down the main lines. And I actually think in this position the best move is to play E5, because I don't think White can really get an advantage out of this position. Like, you can play stuff like the Vienna and a few other things, Knight F3, but none of it's really that strong. I'd probably play the Vienna if I get this, but I'm not sure. But anyway, you play D5, which is it's called a Scandinavian variation. You can either, but taking is good and pushing is good as well. They're both good moves and should probably give an advantage to White. I pushed. Now there's a few moves in this position. It's Knight E4 and it's D4, and it was also Knight FD7. And now I played E6, just sacking a pawn to cause some problems. This is a line, by the way. You take it and have to play D4. And if you hadn't played C5 in this position, I was going to play F4 and stop him playing E5 ever. But he played C5. I played Knight F3 to G6. Should have played Bishop B5 first in this position, and then played H4, H5 and hack attack. Because the problem is I played H4 straight away, and he played Knight F6, and now I can never get H5 in. And now I was starting to feel uncomfortable. Like, there's lines in this where you play H5, and then when you take, you just sack the rook on H5. It's the massive hack. But I played check, but I played it too late. He just blocked with his knight. I played Queen E2, trying to win E6 back, but he took. Knight takes D4 and Queen D6, and now I wasn't sure what I was going to play in this position. I played an absolute calamitous blunder with Bishop F4, an absolute just blunders a piece. Well, it's not just the fact that Bishop's hanging, but there's some tactics that later on which I missed, but he missed as well. You should just take it. I was trying to develop with tempo, but he should just take the thing. I mean, E5 doesn't work because the knight's being pinned, but I realised that if he takes it, my idea was knight takes C6, but he just plays A6. I realised I just have to have moved it. The discovered checks don't do anything. If I play Bishop A4, he just plays Bishop D7. And now what am I doing? Say Queen if I try stuff like Queen E5, now comes stuff like Bishop H6, threatening Queen D2 nasty, so I have to take Queen, Bishop takes, and although I can move the knight, then I've got B5, and after Bishop B3, castles, and black has a very good position and he's also a pawn up. That was a blunder, yeah, but thankfully he just moved his queen in. In fact, if he doesn't take it, I actually get a really big advantage. I actually played a really strong move now, Knight A4, coming into C5 with tempo, and that also hit E6 3 times. And it's also on the queen, and now black's in trouble. He played King F7, I took his knight off, B takes C6, and Knight C5 and Queen E8. And I took on E6, but maybe stronger is just the castle queenside. And that's black what he's doing, because he can't protect E6. So if he plays Knight H5, Bishop E5, rook moves, and then G4, knight back, G5, Queen, knight moves here, and then check, he's just gonna mate. I'll win lots of material. That's one sample line I took. He practically has to take, so I won the bishop as well. Now I thought knight takes C6 was a lot stronger, but I thought queen takes C6 check doesn't do anything, but actually it's a lot stronger. So I have to move the king and then I go H5 and just rip open more lines. Practically has to, he can't lie, if I'm defending H6 mate for a start, so he has to take. And his castle's queenside and just play rook H3, rook G3 ideas, and white's got a crushing attack. But I can try and get the queens off in this position, but I can just ignore it with Queen E5. I played knight takes e6, queen d7, stop knight c7 fork. That's checked. King g7 and played queen e6. This is not the best, but it gets me a better endgame because well, I've got a few plans and I've got a better pawn structure. So I've got two pawn islands to his 3, and his bishop's still blocked in. So he takes it, knight takes, king f7, I checked again, king e8, and then I castled queenside. And white is a small advantage in this endgame. He moved his king, which is bad because I can actually win a pawn by force now, but I don't think it was that good because I come under a lot of pressure. So I played knight f7, moves his rook, and then the point is I have to check. Well, his king hasn't got any squares that don't lose a pawn, because if he doesn't go on the same diagonal as my bishop, then he loses c6. But the pawn was after king c7. The pawn I grabbed was a bit hot in the end. I should have just kept the discoveries with rook h1. So he moves his king. Then just play rook d3 with dangerous initiative. But instead I couldn't resist the pawn grab. What, knight takes g6 check, very bad move. King b7. Got to take his bishop. So even with his bishop as well, but I come under a lot of pressure, that's the problem. Because now there's loads of threats on my kingside pawns, and if I drop a pawn as well, his rook might get to 7th and cause some nasties. I played g3, knight g4, threatening takes f2 and a fork, so I've got a, in fact I played rook d1, which is actually a strong move, because it threatens e7 with check, and then h7 drops as well, and then I'll have a h pawn running up the board. But now we played a good move, which I had seen, with e5, because now his rook's going to get down to 7, because I've got to take it, or worse. Now knight takes f2, which is a bad move by him. I was surprised, I expected this. Take the bishop off first, because takes c5, takes f2. But I suppose I do get the problem is now I have to rook check. If taking h7, he takes on g3. So I have to play something like rook g1. Then he plays h5, restricting my pawns, and it's going to be hard to win this position, and black's got plenty of activity. Also better is, and what I also expected was knight takes f2, but I don't think this is as strong because it leaves my dangerous bishop on the board. After rook hf1, knight e4, but it is a good knight I suppose. But after rook takes, white is the preferred in this position. But he played rook takes f2, which is tempting but not that great. I played bishop f4, but bishop d4 is obviously better. I was worried about rook g2, but of course then I've got rook e7 check, and I've got threats on e7, so that was a good move I missed. Bishop f4, rook g7, king d1. I planned to try and get rid of this rook by moving my king across. Naturally, I could have played in this position rook takes f4. I'm not sure it's any good. So then, of course, gains the rook. I've got rook g2 check, king d3. So you can force my king back to d1 if he wants. And I think black should be able to hold this, because rook endings are very drawish. And my rook's very passive. He played rook f7, which is a very sneaky move, because I should have just played, maybe, she's played rook e2 in this position. But I played rook hf1, which is a catastrophic blunder, and now black to play, and what would you do? Pause the video. The problem is this move loses exchange to rook takes f1, rook takes f1, and now free check. Completely overlooked that, because of course if I take the knight, then I drop the rook, which I did. And now I got lucky again, because I realised rook b1 is practically winning for black. Instead, after the game some of the term, I could just push the pawns, but if I play b3, then we got b2 wins the pawn. Because if black is a clear exchange up, it's easily winning, because you can win by sacking the rook back for the bishop for a pawn. So there's no fortresses, but I think if you got a pawn for it, there's usually a fortress. Bishop d4, then I think what I missed was c5. If I move the bishops at c3, he plays d4, and if I take them, we've got this fork again. So I got a bit lucky then. But he went back to f7, which is a pleasant surprise. And now I thought, okay, I should have won this game, but I can't really lose this now. I'm just going to push these kingside pawns, and his king had to come across. Now here's the a critical part. I had a bit of a long think here, because I want to play bishop f6, and I practically can't lose then. But the problem is, if I play bishop f6 now, then I'm not sure if I was correct, but well, I can play h6 for a start. But I thought I could play rook takes f6. But actually, I don't think this wins. I thought this was winning for black. It's king and pawn endgame. Let's have a look. I must have miscalculated it. If I had played bishop f6 immediately, if I'd have thought this was drawing. Oh, actually, it's changed its variation, I think. Because I thought this is losing, because I thought the h pawn's going to be far too fast, and I think it's h pawn's far too fast. It's far too fast. It's 1-1. Actually, yeah, I remember this now. Actually, I'd calculated this far. Not like me to be able to calculate more than 10 moves ahead, but yeah, I'd seen his position, and yeah, I realised that black queen's with check because the king has to go to d5. Yeah, that's why I didn't play bishop f6. I'd seen that position with h1 queen check at the end of it. Oh, that's a shame, but I played king e3 because now I thought after he played a6 to get his pawn off the same close on my bishop. And now I play bishop f6 because if rook takes f6 in this position, which he said he was looking at, then I think I actually win. Because the difference is my king is a further tempo ahead. It's 1-1. So now, of course, we push these pawns. Actually, no, we don't play. Well, I thought I could at least draw because I'm, of course, in this position exchange for a pawn down. I'm looking to just draw, but I saw that this was at least a draw. But I'm not. I just thought. But now, of course, I can actually win with king e4. Getting the square of the pawn, and of course, if I win the h pawn, then I'm going to win because I have 3 pawns against 1. So I have to say, if it goes h3, I play king f3. Just winning for white. So we played c5. Must have seen that. King f4. d7. King f5. Now I'm getting very violently active. He played d4. King e6. Very active king against his passive king. I've got full compensation for the exchange now. Rook b7. I just played b3. And now we played rook b8 and offered a draw. And then so I can win another pawn for the exchange, so I declined it and played check. King g8, bishop takes c5. But even so, after rook d8, he offered a draw again, and this time I accepted because I can't stop him playing d3, and then he gets enough activity to hold the balance. So say I play a4 for argument's sake, d3, I've got take, rook takes. Okay, I've got 2 pawns for the exchange, but his king will stay on the king's side, and I can't dislodge it. And his rook will easily stop my queenside pawns. I've got to play b4 in this position. I have to say rook g3, king f6, check, and there's just no way to make progress. It's practically a dead draw on this. But yeah, it's a topsy-turvy game anyway. But I hope you enjoyed it. I found it instructive, and 2 draws so far, not too bad, but it'd be nice to get a win. Well, please leave any comments and thoughts. Thanks very much.